getting my YouTube happening there. So I'm going to wave my Ungex flag. Awesome people on down. Come on down. There's someone there, so I'm just getting my flying Ungex flag high for all of you Demodex warriors out there. They're horrible. I was going to play some music today, but my Spotify decided to have a hiccup. Technology is not my friend. But I'm just making sure I've got YouTube on there. So hello to everyone. If you haven't seen my videos before, my name's Emma. I'm a care consultant at Ungex. So today I do some weekly videos and go over Demodex mites and Ungex and what we do, the problems that they cause. I'm going to touch on some frequently asked questions from the week. When it comes to Demodex, there's so many questions. Even I'm still learning, you know, every day there's something new to know about these horrible skin mites. Essentially, you know, skin mites is very random but very real. So if you haven't seen my videos before, welcome. I'm so glad you found us. For a lot of people, you know, we make sense to you. You know, we're here to assure you that you're not mad. It's not in your head. It is real. It is on your skin. You do have bugs on your skin. So Demodex mites are a microscopic parasite. I do touch on what they are and go over their life cycle and how they live and eat off our good oils in our skin. So they're a microscopic parasite. Everyone has them. As I say, you know, we all have a type of parasite or, you know, that are attracted to our bodies. So we all have Demodex. I even have them at the moment. They're just in a very low number. So therefore, they're not causing me problems. When they become a problem is when they hang out in these high density population areas. So it makes sense, you know, less numbers aren't really going to cause a lot of problems for you. And they are microscopic. This is what they look like under the microscope. This is a lovely lady that's suffering Demodex hair loss. So they cause so many problems. A big indication, you know, how do I know if I've got these skin mites, these parasites, is that if you've had any especially creepy crawly sensations on your skin, that is a number one indication for sure, because they do move. They have horrible 8 legs. They have a translucent body. It's not to say that you might see some stuff coming off your skin, which is most likely bacteria. So they're absolutely horrific. So if you've had any ongoing problems and itching, redness of the skin, ongoing acne, ongoing dandruff, flaking of the scalp, they cause hair loss, they cause rosacea, they cause so many problems, acne. So if you've had any of these issues that have been ongoing, you know, a lot of people, you may start out just with some acne to begin with. And over time, it's just gradually gotten worse. And those symptoms have not only started with acne, but, you know, you've got blepharitis with inflammation of the lash follicles there. So, you know, they just cause so many problems. Another way to find out if you do have these high population dense, you know, them in these high populated areas, is you can do a quiz. It takes like 10 minutes, not even that. If you jump on ungexau.com, it's a simple questionnaire. So from that questionnaire, we ask simply, you know, what your lifestyle is. Thank you. Thanks, Ian. Hello to my managing director and Alex, if she's watching, and all you got, everyone out there. I hope everyone's doing well. So, we're finally out of lockdown in Melbourne, which is very exciting. So I'll be going to Kmart a lot. Anyway, sorry, back to Demodex. It is a very crazy time in the world, and the year's just flown past, that's for sure. So Demodex, they cause all these skin problems, unfortunately. And, you know, a lot of people, as I said, you may have started out just with some acne or just, you know, some itching or redness on the skin and thought, oh, okay, I've just had a bit of a flare up. But when it's ongoing, that is an indication that these these populations are literally growing in numbers. You know, they're in these high population density areas, so they're getting bigger, so therefore it's they unfortunately move. So, you know, a lot of people, as I said, you may just have some rosacea, but then, you know, in a month's time, I talk to people, that's my job, you know, they've then got scalp issues and other issues. So as I said, jump on and do our quiz. We simply ask, you know, from that quiz, we ask you some questions to do with, you know, what you're putting on your skin, what your environment's like, what you know, do how your lifestyle is, you know, all these questions we need to find out, because essentially how your skin is in general is a big factor. Your immune system is number one important. I can't stress that enough. If you do have a compromised immune system, you may be more susceptible to these higher populations. It's just when our immune system is down and really vulnerable, like anything, you know, we're prone to being sick, or we're prone to being, you know, worn down, or diseases and bacteria and stuff like that. So the immune system is really important. I've got my fruit here. So, you know, we strongly advise to keep that boosted, because the stronger you are, you know, your body's natural defense system is working at its best. So that's what we ask as well from the quiz. So just all these things to find out what you are doing to your skin may actually be causing these higher populations as well. Demodex themselves feed off our sebum, which is our oils. So all that good stuff, you know, that helps our skin grow, that helps our hair grow, that's their food. I don't have my little whiteboard, but they do live and hang out during the day under this sebaceous hair follicle. So that's their home. Your skin is their home. So hello. Hello, lovely. And hello to any of my lovely customers. Client, my favorite, my Demodex heroes. So you know, you guys, I know how hard it is living with Demodex. I don't personally know, but you know, that's my job. I hear you guys, you know, everyone's story every day. So that's what we're here for, you know. So please jump on and do the quiz if you haven't already. That'll give you a number, and that number is simply that from what you've been doing to your skin, you know, they feed off these oils. So oils is their number one source of food. So anything that has, like, you know, shampoos, conditioners, creams, lotions, makeups, you know, there's so many. They just have a really, like, they have a percentage of oils, unfortunately. So, you know, the reason why these populations are causing you problems and in these big numbers could be that you actually inadvertently fed them, you know, and it's not by your own doing. You simply had no awareness that, you know, it was literally, but I think a lot of people, you know your body the most. So, you know, if you feel creepy crawly on your skin, it's going to be something going on. You know, I know a lot of people go to dermatologists and specialists, and you know, you pay hundreds of dollars to go see these specialists, and I feel so disheartened for everyone, because, you know, they know how to treat symptoms, you know, dermatitis, any, you know, pimples, acne, of course, and anything on the skin or skin problems, rosacea, because they're specialists. So, you know, they know what best to advise for the symptoms, but unfortunately, they don't have this awareness about these Demodex mites because they're so complex. They're absolutely horrible and they're extremely hard to kill. And so, you know, a lot of the time people get, you know, topical creams or ointments. Even do your own stuff at home. I know a lot of people in the group, you know, as I said, you guys always share your great tips and tricks. It's just that a lot of harsh chemicals on the skin. Tea tree oil is excellent, but it just really dries out the skin over time. A lot of people use that on the eyes. For one, that's going to sting the hell out of your eyes. You know, pesticides, bleach bars, sulfur soaps. There's so many. Gasoline. I had someone pouring gasoline on themselves. I do know vets have a more awareness because Demodex are in animals, more of an awareness about them. I know a lot of people do go to the vets and feel like that they get better help or better treatment from the vets, you know. But unfortunately, again, those products for animals are made for animals. But a lot of these pesticides and chemicals and just harsh treatments, I understand why people use them. But in the long term, it does you more harm than good because, you know, pesticides, anything that's made for the environment is simply made for the environment. Our skin can't tolerate it. So, you know, you feel like you're on this wheel and it's never ending. And, you know, a lot of the time we say to people is that this has been probably been building up for years. So, you know, us at Ungex, we give you the best tools because I wish I could say it's going to go away overnight, but it's not going to. You've got to put in that hard work every day. So I'm just going to touch on some frequently asked questions from the week. And if you guys have any, I'll just check my YouTube. There's 3 people watching. Oh, hello, YouTube. So another thing, if you've got Demodex, you know, I know a lot of people I talk to are like, oh, I went to a specialist and they said they couldn't see anything, or they did you know, what do you call it? You know, took a sample of my scalp. Because what happens is that, you know, the Demodex throughout the day, they actually hide under the hair follicles, so they are more active at night. So if you've got, especially if, you know, you've been clean, if you overwash as well, that actually can strip the skin too. So there's a lot of things when it comes to Demodex. It's very complex. Another way to find out, if you want to visually see them, of course, I know some people say, look, you know, I went to the doctor and I got, what's that word? Trying to think of it. Anyway, it's lost my mind. Not a skin scraping, but another, anyway, a section of your head. Oh my God, it's totally lost me. But you know, it's generally, you know, it's you'll see the Demodex if they're present, pretty much. And sometimes it's not necessarily in microscopic images. We do them from headquarters. Is that you may not necessarily see these actual bodies moving around. Sometimes, like, there's things you can see in the background here, which is dead bodies or bacteria. So that is signs that there has been Demodex, definitely. So, you know, that I know a lot of people, if you want to get a microscopic testing, that's a definitely, you know, a lot of people are visual. We want to see it. Even though you can't see it on your skin, it doesn't mean it's not there because you're feeling it. So I understand why people want to go get, you know, see images of them, which is quite scary. But then, you know, to have that proof. But a lot of the time, if you've got those symptoms and you've got that creepy crawly feeling, you did our test, 100% you've got them. You know, it kind of speaks, your skin speaks for itself. So It's totally, you know, up to you, but I do know a lot of people like to see this visual, you know, see them, which is absolutely horrible. So Demodex. So I've just got some frequently asked questions here. So a lot of people, I just want to touch on Demodex themselves actually live off the skin for 52 hours. So they are contagious. They transfer from skin to skin contact. So they transfer through the oils. So they're most likely, you know, in your immediate environment. So where you've been sitting, where you sit for a long time, especially in your bed, on your pillow, pillowcases, your bedding, you know, on your clothes, they're most likely there as well, because they do live off the skin for 52 hours. So how they eat and live is that they literally come to the surface at night. They're like vampires. And that's when they do all their horrible business. So they mate and, you know, do all their feeding and eating. And then they lay those eggs back deep down in those hair follicles. So those eggs are sitting there, whereas at the same time you've got the populations already coming to the surface of your skin. So, you know, there's probably, if you've got a high infestation, you've probably got like over 1,000. And then at the same time, you've got those eggs that are sitting deep under that hair follicle that haven't even hatched yet. So the best way to effectively treat them is to kill them off in these life cycles. And that's what we at Ungex do. If you please feel free to jump on, you know, or jump on our live chat. We're always there to answer anything for you as well. So I'm trying to get my little script up. Some FAQs from the week. A lot of people ask me if, you know, you can still use makeup and stuff like that. Yeah, definitely. It's just that makeup, as I said, does have small oil-based properties in it. You know, a lot of that stuff on your skin, you may be feeding them without realizing. But you can still wear makeup throughout our treatment. We just recommend you using our sprays as a barrier because that will protect you. You know, and even if you've got low populations, like, you know, a lot of people I talk to, you might have a severe infestation. You've just noticed you've got some rosacea, and look, rosacea is a very sensitive skin condition. You know, there's a genetic rosacea as well, but there definitely is Demodex rosacea. So many of my customers unfortunately have it. And the thing with Demodex rosacea is that, you know, your skin is already so highly sensitive, so we have to be very gentle. So that's what our products do. You know, our products make your skin a hostile environment for them, but most importantly, being really gentle on the skin. That's something that I really want to stress, because the more and more you pick at your skin or worry about your skin, you know, using all these harsh treatments and stuff like that, your skin's in trauma. It's already been eaten and destroyed by these horrible things. So we need to be really gentle on your skin. Moisturizers, I do recommend getting coconut oil to replace moisturizers. That's the one thing the Demodex don't feed off, coconut oil or castor oil. So instead of moisturizers and stuff like that, I would highly recommend getting that. I know a lot of people, you know, think, oh, I'm going to fry them, or I'm going to have, like, put my washing in a super hot wash. Really, they love heat. Demodex love heat. So saunas and stuff like that, that's their environment, you know. You're not killing them. People think, oh, I'll put my bedding in the dryer on a hot cycle, and look, it'll probably kill some of them, but, you know, the rest you're just giving a nice hot ride. So there's so many, you know, all these little tips and tricks we give you to to see you get the best results, because having Demodex is absolutely horrible. I know how isolating it is. You know, we're here that's why we made a platform. If you're on YouTube, please jump on our Facebook group, Demodex Support Group. Everyone shares so many of their stories, you know, and it is personal. It is personal talking about your skin, but you know, I'm here to help you, to advise the best. I can help treat Demodex. I can help you, you know, work towards getting these numbers low. But you know, Demodex, a lot of people I know are like, oh, I've also got, you know, I'm pulling strings off my skin, or I'm having they're in my mouth, or I've got thrush. Does it cause thrush? The thing is, Demodex really can bring up a lot of underlying issues. So a lot of people I speak to at the moment, you know, they're on the Demodex journey, but then they're like, oh, I also just got, like, I went to the doctors and got tested for like lichens or Lyme disease. I know that's a lot of people with Lyme disease, which is from ticks. And Demodex don't go internal. I know people think, oh, I'm going to try and attack them internally. Medications. So medications, for one, is really giving your immune system that big blast of chemicals. So, you know, any medications on the immune system over time is going to have an effect. You know, you think of like steroids and stuff like that, it's going to have after effects. So, you know, a lot of these medications can really compromise your immune system. Again, it's going back to that immune system. And what medications can do, it can knock out some of these ones on the surface, but really in about 2 months time, we have people coming back to us and going, look, I've got these problems again, and it's simply because of the life cycles of them. So the most effective way we can do that is kill them at night when they come to the surface. So yeah, I will quickly touch on our products. So our products is a skincare regime. It's so easy. It's not invasive. It's all natural. It's sprays and a cleanser and a hair tonic. If you just wanted to start small, I would suggest a basic kit. And please use my free shipping code FS20 on the coupon area. So there's a lot to go over when you purchase, you know. We don't just go, here's a cream, see you later. Treating Demodex is really complex because no two people are the same. So a big part of treatment is die-off, which means the mites start to die. So when mites die, and if you've probably been using your own stuff and you've probably been getting some die-off, is that they start to fight for their life. So when they start to fight for their life, they're literally like, you know, they burrow more, they crawl more, they sting, all this horrible stuff. So your symptoms may become enhanced. Simply because the products are working. That's what the products are meant to do. That is a big part of the process. That is the hardest part of the process. I will just quickly show you guys. If anything, I would strongly recommend getting a basic kit or our PDT, because the PDT is the strongest and that actually helps kill those, it's spray, kill the Demodex off those surfaces as well. So this is suitable for everything. It's the gold PDT. I'm more than happy to do a bit of a special, so I can give you 2 for 1. With the free shipping as well. So if you just mention my name, Emma, and you can put in 2 for 1 in the order notes on ungexau.com. But PDT is excellent. We've been tested for antiviral properties. So all those nasty COVID bacteria at the moment, this will keep you covered. So you can use it as, you know, I love the smell of it. we say to use the products on damp skin because damp skin, when, especially after the shower, your pores are nice and open. So after the shower, we need to get that product on because it helps to spread the product more evenly on the skin. But anyway, I keep going into products, but I did want to touch on some more frequently asked questions. So get to PDT. I can't stress that enough, guys, because PDT helps to kill them off those immediate surfaces as well. Most importantly, they hate sunshine. Demodex, absolutely. That's why I said they're like vampires. So they absolutely hate sunshine. So they tend to hang out under the hair follicles during the day. Not to say you mightn't feel movement throughout the day as well. Everyone, as I said, everyone's different, but they are more active at night. We can target them more effectively when they come to the surface of the skin. I know a lot of people are using their own sort of, concoctions. It's just that a lot of those things that you use, you've just got to be really wary about what you're putting on your skin. That's a big part of our job too. Anything oil-based is essentially mite food. It's much like, especially with if you're suffering Demodex hair loss, it's kind of like we say it's like a garden concept. So, you've got a garden, you're growing your lovely vegetables and flowers, and you've got pests in the garden. So you're putting fertilizer on and all this good stuff to try and make your garden grow, but it can't because the pests are eating away. So very similar to Demodex. So we need to get these out of your garden for your good hair cells to, regrow and your skin to grow again. So it's absolutely horrible. So I do feel for you guys, and I know there's so much, we can read so much on the internet now, and I know you become your own researcher because that lack of awareness in the medical field. It really disheartens me, so many people I talk to, you go to all these dermatologists and you just get told, oh, it's all in your head, or you get a script for an antipsychotic. So, it's very, it's not only physically draining, it's mentally draining, I know Demodex they don't go, and as I said, they don't go internal. That's probably most likely something else, internal parasites, because Demodex they live and breed and eat skin and oils. So they're not going in your brain. They will go in your nose, your ears, any of those openings, of course, your private areas, which is absolutely horrible. But our SDT spray is a milder spray, so it definitely helps to treat those sensitive areas. I know a lot of people feel like they're in their mouth. Look, definitely, they would definitely go there. They obviously wouldn't survive if you swallowed them because, if they're in your stomach acids and stuff like that, so they're not going to survive. I know they're very, very hardy, but they don't go internal. They just unfortunately love our skin. So, I know a lot of people, especially my customers in treatment, we know how hard it is. We know we've been doing this since 2011. So we know the best how to treat them effectively. We have a protocol. So you've got to, it's like, you've got to use the protocol correctly to get the best results, and you have to do it every night. It's like going to the gym or getting healthy every single day. I know we say a recommended treatment time is 3 to 4 months. That's a baseline because it has been studied, research and developed by our research and development team. So that's an average. And as I said, it's recommended. So, there's so many things to factor in with Demodex. Number one, as I said, is immune system. That I can't stress that enough. And try not to obsess over them. because, you know, the more energy you give them, I know, you know, they feel like they're controlling your lives, your everyday life. Obsessively washing, I know people do that all the time, and I get it. You know, we really recommend to keep your environment clean, because, you know, environment is very important, of course. If you're living like in a dirty place and there's heaps of dust and there's like bacteria can get in, you know, it's only natural that you will probably most likely have something attracted to your skin. We don't just treat Demodex, but unfortunately with Demodex, you know, what we find is if you've got Demodex, you're unfortunately quite a magnet to anything else that loves the skin. So we've treated people with bird mites, dust mites, scabies, fleas, so it'll keep you protected from anything else that loves the skin, because a lot of the time, you know, I know people say, you know, what, I've got black spots, or there's different things coming off the skin, and a lot of time that's bacteria. So that bacteria that's released by them can actually cause this buildup and inflammation of the skin cells, especially with rosacea, especially with acne. It's all that bacteria. So we need to not only kill the mites, but, you know, we need to really find that fine balance with your skin and its natural oils. So, you know, that's all part of the process. That's all part of our care consultancy. Halloween's coming up, you know, as I said, it's just not as scary as this, that's for sure. But look, we're always here to have a chat. Please jump on and do our quiz. It'll take like 10 minutes, and, you know, we need to know how is your skin in general as well. There's so much to factor in when it comes to Demodex. There's no, you know, I'm not a scientist, I'm a care consultant, so I've been trained and I learned, like, I hear stories every day. So, you know, it's very big, the world of Demodex, and they absolutely do my head in. And, you know, I think you guys are amazing for tolerating, like, give yourself credit. You've probably been putting up with this for years. And unfortunately, what you've probably been trying to do is treat them the best you know how, the best you can. But unfortunately, a lot of those treatments have probably done you more harm than good. In terms of products, I know, you know, of course, I advise natural over chemical. Just be wary. I think that's just as a general rule. Just read what you're buying as well, because any of that, you're like, okay, that's got oil. I'm feeding the mites, you know. Just think everything is basically mite food. They're horrible. They're absolutely horrible. So sunshine, I would advise getting sun exposure on your bedding, towels, pillows. That is going to do the best thing for them, kill them off those immediate surfaces. But PDT, I can't strongly advise that is the gold stuff. This is the strongest. There's a lot to, you know, as I said, in care consultancy when you purchase products. So we need to really gauge how your skin is, because we don't want to go into too hot too fast, because I said that die-off will start to happen. That's a part of the process. We need to start killing these mites off. But most importantly, you know, keep those stress levels down, guys. I know, especially to a lot of my customers, you're doing such a good job, and, you know, hard work pays off. You do the best you can when it comes to Demodex, and, you know, keep those stress levels down. You know, stay happy. Try not to stress. I know it's easier said than done when it comes to Demodex. It's not we don't have an overnight fix. You know, I don't tell porcupines to you. I'm realistic. We're realistic here at Ungex, and that's a big part of our policy, because we've seen results. We have a look at testimonials. They're real people. I talk to them every day, and, you know, my heart goes out to you guys again, because, you're the ones ultimately that has, you know, you're out there putting up with these horrible things. But please feel free to contact me. You can contact me at care.ungex@gmail.com. Jump on our website. Go on Instagram as well. We've got great content across there. Please follow us. You know, this is it's very global. I'm pretty sure people with Demodex have been self-isolating before COVID. So, you know, it constantly amazes me how many people with these problems. And but we can help you get to a stage where you can just feel some relief, and it's going to take time and it's going to be hard. It's not easy, but, you know, at the end of the day, you're the one that has to, you know, put in the hard work. But we're here to help you guys, and all these little tips and tricks, you know, is what we advise for the best results. So any questions as well, please feel free to ask me, get in touch with me. I'll do another live tomorrow night for our later audience. I will touch on some more in detail, in depth, especially with hair loss, hair thinning and stuff like that, and a few other things that I'll touch on. So anyway, thank you for watching. I hope I've answered some of those questions. I do repeat myself a lot, but Demodex does my head in. So, you know, keep up the good work. Try best not to feed them, because you're not doing yourself any favors. And get in touch with us. And get a PDT, because that's good stuff. All right, guys. I'll see you all soon. Bye.